Hey, what's up you guys? It's Maddie. Today we're going to resuming the little topic I like to call story times about old boys, flings, what have you not. I stopped doing these and I don't know why, because they're incredibly entertaining for you and for me. So we're gonna keep talking about it. So this one has to do with the first guy I went on a date with since me and my ex broke up. I've been trying to give this enough time, so this guy, one, would unfollow me on all social media platforms and not know I made a story time about him, and two, just for like the delicacy of a breakup. You know what I mean? So I feel like it's been enough time, and this story is like, I don't know what to say about it, so I'm gonna leave that to you guys. So anyway, I'm gonna quit blabbering and I'm gonna tell you guys what happened. I started off my day that fateful December morning very normally. I was dropping a package off at the post office, and the guy who was there was apparently into me. He had been talking about how he was an Uber delivery eats person as a side job, and I thought that was like pretty smart idea because I didn't know what to do to make more money, so I was asking him about it, and he offered to give me a code to sign up that would apparently give me more drivers or something like that. I don't know how it works, but apparently when he texted me, he told me it was just his way to get my phone number. And he asked me out. And I was very straight up with him. I told him I had just gotten out of a long-term relationship and I wasn't sure if I was even ready to date, but I thought he was cute. And so he was just like, hey, no problem, that's fine. I'm going to a friend's party in a couple of days. I'd love for you to come, just, you know, to hang out. So I asked all my friends, because you know girls, you gotta talk to your friends and you gotta deliberate before you make a decision. They all convinced me to go. They're like, get back on the horse, Maddie. You go out, you go have fun. And I was like, yeah. So I did it. I met him at his apartment and we drove together to his friend's party. And at first, it started off just fine. My dog over here because she's whining. Oh, is this all you wanted? You wanted to be a part of it? I'll take you. He was doing a really good job at introducing me to people and making me comfortable, because we had only been met once for like 5 minutes, so I didn't even know him. I didn't know any of these people. They were all friends, and so I felt very out of the loop. But he wasn't making it weird. His friends weren't making it weird, so by the time the night ended, I didn't feel awkward or uncomfortable at all. All of his friends were very drunk because it was somebody's birthday, and they wanted to go out to the bars. And me and him were sober. I was actually sober. He had like 2 drinks, but he wasn't drunk or anything. And we decided to just like go to Waffle House and hang out and like get to know each other better. And so I drove his car, which will come into play later on. And we go to Waffle House. And we are still having a good time. We're still getting to talk more and get to know each other. And then we decide to like go watch a movie. Well, that is where the night takes a very dramatic turn. Not even dramatic, but just like the person who I thought I was hanging out with was like not who I was actually with. So let me explain this. We get to his apartment, and the first thing he decides to talk about is how nice it is that he wanted to warn me, because like there's a lot of crappy apartments out there, but he made sure that he paid for the nicer one. Which I was already kind of like, okay dude, like I don't care about your apartment. He started talking about his car and how expensive his car was and how people his age normally cannot afford that nice of a car, but he could because he was responsible with his money, and on and on and on. And yet again, I was just like, can you not read a room? Like, I do not care about your apartment. I don't care about your car. Like, good for you, but like, I don't need to hear about this for 20 minutes. And so then we go to watch this movie. And I make it very clear that like, recent breaker-upper, like, nothing's gonna happen tonight. I actually want to watch this movie. And he made it sound like he was all in for that. But as soon as we start the movie, he starts also talking about how terrible of a person his ex-girlfriend is and dumping all this like very personal stuff on me. But all in the meantime, like, he is scooting from, like, we were on opposite sides of the bed. We could not even touch when we first started the movie. And he was, like, inching closer and closer and closer. And then right on top of me, like, right there. And he's, like, stroking my arm. Like, I am a cat. Like, I am a feline. All while telling me how terrible of an ex-girlfriend he's had. And how bad of luck he has had on Tinder with all of the girls he's hooked up with on there. And I am just sitting there and I am very uncomfortable. And then he starts telling me how lucky he is to have found me in normal real life. And I'm sitting there and I'm like, oh, great for you. But like, I want to go. We got halfway through the movie and I was just feeling super weird. And I was like, yeah, so I'm gonna leave. And he goes, oh, okay. But like, I have a work Christmas party that I would love for you to come to if I'm not, you know, like too lame for you to ever hang out with again. And he literally does that, like, look up into my eyes, and I'm just like, oh, yeah, I'm going out of town for Christmas, but we can talk about it later, but that sounds fun. Because I didn't know how to be like, no, dude, like, you're egotistical and all you talk about is money and how terrible other people are in your life. Like, I don't want to go out with you again. That's my fault. That's on me. Because apparently I gave him the vibe that I wanted to hang out again. I leave. I don't talk to him for a few days after. And then, I am not joking you, the entire Christmas break, I am getting Snapchats up the wazoo from this kid. I miss you. How are you? Like, you're the best thing that's ever happened to me. Like, when are you coming home? Blah, blah, blah. And I was just like, whoa. I get home and time rolls around for me to go to this Christmas party. I'm a bad person. I know this. This is not what you should do. But I told him I had to work. And it was like an emergency work schedule. Which is not true. But I did not know how to get this guy off my back. He was like, okay, whatever. I'll miss you. And I just didn't respond. Because I hadn't been really responding to anything of his. So this boy then, for the next, we don't talk. We don't text for a month after that. And this boy proceeds to send me a Snapchat probably every other day of him either revving his engine, of him like reviewing his car, or of him going out and he's like Snapchatting it of a girl grinding on him at some club. And like, he doesn't ever like say anything specific. Like, he doesn't type anything in the Snapchat, but he sends it directly to me. And I'm like, is this your way of like trying to make me jealous or miss you? And then he proceeds to send me a Snapchat of him talking to the camera like vlog style. And he's like, yeah, Maddie, I really miss you right now. And I just got done with a date. It was with this girl from Tinder, and she got so drunk and I had to take care of her all night, and I dropped her off at her house and I tucked her in, and I didn't even have sex with her. But I mean, I'm just such a good guy. No. This is where it gets good. Like 2 months after I first hang out with him, I think this was in like January or February, he sends me a text of a picture of this very fancy hotel called the W. And I don't know if any of you have ever heard of it, but it is a very extremely nice, like, it's almost like a resort. Like, the interior of this hotel is gorgeous. It has the entire windows, like, the walls are windows of the skyline of Atlanta. It is gorgeous. Homeboy proceeds, I responded, I'm like, what is this? And he goes, so my mom got reservations at this hotel and she can't go anymore. So I was wondering if you would come with me. What? I have hung out with you once in person. I have like tried to ghost you / just not hang out with you. I have avoided every time you've asked me to hang out, and now you're asking me to come to a hotel. Why would I do that? I'm very confused at this point. So I text him back and I'm like, what, like, why would you think I would come to a hotel with you? And he was like, this is not a hookup. This is just because I feel like you really care about me as a person, and you've gotten to know me more than any other girl has ever tried, and I just feel a very deep connection with you, and blah 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 blah. All the stuff a guy says when he's trying to hook up with a girl and make them feel like it was their idea. I was just like, look man, I'm very confused by you. I don't understand your MO. I said it in a lot of different words that were like very specific, but basically I was just like, no and no thank you, and I feel like we're looking for two completely different things out of life. And he got very butthurt over this, and after a few days he proceeded to unfollow me on Instagram and Snapchat. And that's when I knew it was done, and I was very happy about it. But yes, that was my first getting back into the dating pool experience, and it reminded me of why I was so happy not having to go on dates again. But anyways, I hope you guys found that somewhat enjoyable. I always laugh when I think about it. If you are in the dating pool, I feel you on how hard it is to find a decent person to hang out with. So you are not alone. So thank you guys for watching. If you guys like story times, make sure to give this video a thumbs up and subscribe, and turn on your notification bell, because apparently YouTube's doing this thing where it doesn't put your subscriptions into your subscription box. So if you don't do that, you might not even know I uploaded. So much appreciated. But yeah, thank you guys so much, and I will see you next time. Bye guys.